Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, earlier today Konami revealed a couple of new overframe cards, and one of them was, I guess, a new Electromite, right? Electromite 2.0 or 3.0, looking at Beyond the Pendulum as somewhat of a replacement, but we are never getting Electromite back, seeing that Konami is giving us this card, even though Electromite is legal in Master Duel and in the OCG, so it is what it is. Currently 41 cards. There are some different options. You'll see different builds, different end boards, that is, for this particular deck, because I think even though we're getting, new Pendulum support and solid Pendulum support, this new Sorcerer, the current Pendulum end board seems a bit lackluster, as in, it's not like back in the old school days of, I don't know, with, Baron, Boral, Savage, etc., right? Because all of those cards are banned. So we have to look out for other tools, and I'm honest, this wasn't the first build I was trying out, but eventually it struck my mind, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm looking for something, that extends the board, something that gives me more bodies on the field. Looking at Beyond the Pendulum, I mean, your normal summon is either Joker here or the Supreme King, the Dark Worm, so that's your Pendulum needed for Beyond the Pendulum. Your link too, but you need an extra body, and I'm not running, what is it, the Chronograph package or Curtain Raiser or stuff like that, because again you don't have Electromite. But that's when I realized that this new Magician, the new Sorcerer, is a level 5. And I was like, wait a minute, we have a solid level 9 engine, that is K9. So, and it does everything for the deck. It gives the deck more bodies on field, it facilitates the Beyond the Pendulum play, link play. You set up your extra deck, it facilitates going first and going second as well. Going second with your hand traps, it's still Pendulum, right? So it definitely struggles going second. Anyway, plus, back in the day we also had Appaloosa to let this deck play under Nibiru, or, play into Nibiru, I guess, and where Ripper, I guess, takes up the spot for that. But there is more. Okay, so double level 7, Astrograph is currently at 1, but again, it's searchable off of this new Pendulum. It also lets you destroy like a Pendulum card on field. As you know, some of the Pendulums trigger, it lets you search OG Pendulums, right? This is basically 2018 Pendulums. I'm also running this. It's, even though Moon is banned, your link 2, any deck that can basically pump out a rank 4 exceed, you can still go for a Phoenixmith package. So essentially what this, as you know, like, this is not new. Back in the day with Pendulums you would go for, like, what's the tuner called? Harmonizing Magician, and then any level 4 equals Boral Savage. But now, two level 4s, you don't need the tuner, 2 level 4s equals Caesar. And Caesar is really solid, strong, solid, because of the double monster summoning negation, right? Okay, so more effects. Again, we're able to, because of, double level 7, thanks to Astrograph's shenanigans or the Supreme King stuff, we are able to get out the Odd Eyes fusion, which is important because this new Sorcerer, whenever it's like in a Pendulum scale and you control, what is it, a Pendulum Magician or a Pendulum Magician, yeah, or Odd Eyes, here the Odd Eyes fusion, it can pop itself and then, negate a spell from the opponent. Super crucial. Talons, Thrust, that's really solid. So it does so much. Konami gives this deck one card that does a gazillion things to somewhat solve the deck a little bit, but it still needs Electromite. Okay, going second, we kept, at least we are keeping our Ashford or Rahu. We know 2 cards in hand currently. Yeah, the one set is the Spell Negator. They have K2 already to search, so that's 1 unknown card in hand. End of main phase, so we go for some small K9 summons, small K9 package, right? To set up Ripper, again, Ripper gives us more protection for 5 mana, so it just works together. I don't think any reason to put Ripper in defense, because it was the end of main phase 1. You're not keeping your, your trap, the other one that bounces attack position monsters. Maybe I could have played this one a little bit like keeping Ripper's search effect, just in case if they use 5 mana I can punish that with a potential second Ripper. That's my mistake, but whatever. I thought to give them the extra draw, because again they have 1 unknown card, we can negate the 5 mana, so that needs to be a super solid card. Okay, so let's see. You see the deck OG Pendulum Magicians, you're working towards your insight and then multiple pops, abusing it with your Astrograph Sorcerer. The last unknown card was Nip, so we are losing our board. And here I thought that I would be able to put up Beyond the Pendulum, and then, you know, Beyond the Pendulum into, I guess, maybe Supreme King package to give me the Odd Eyes package. Or the other way around, getting out Beyond the Pendulum, and then, you know, because, two or more monsters with different levels are summoned, I can pop my own stuff, but due to the token, it's not the case. And, you know, we needed the Pendulum, so it's not a... Plus, Beyond the Pendulum needs effect monsters, so the token is always in the way. Anyway, we already, keep in mind, yeah, we already use Little Knight, so we cannot attack directly. We go for Ripper just in case, right? It's still the in-hand monster negation. I think we know the hand, actually. Yeah, we should know. So go for Exceed the Pendulum, get something back. The Astrograph Sorcerer, you know, its summoning effect is not once per turn. We pop the, the level 4 that searches the graph, the continuous spell, because we have the trap as well for more pops. Are we able? Yeah, we are able to search this. Yeah, this doesn't make sense, because we were missing the level 7 on the field, and I think we already invested both Little Knight and Masquerina, right? So it is what it is. So here the continuous, at least the Pendulum, the Sorcerer is useless, because again, we don't have the necessary monster on the field. Anyway, I mean, we can still pop it, and then keep Oath, I guess. So let's see, negate 5 mana, and this is more than... Okay, so two different builds. Options, as in no K9s. Like this, I wasn't running K9, but as you know, like a couple of weeks ago, this was also one of the new Overframe cards that was revealed, like a new Odd Eyes monster. And like in the beginning, I was running this at 3. I was like, wow, this seems good, but in practice it felt underwhelming. Or I might be mistaken, I might have missed some engines maybe, but the fact that this Odd Eyes, it directly searches, unlike the OG, right? That searches in the end phase. This directly searches, but at the big cost of not being able to activate monster effects until you Pendulum Summon. So that's super awkward. I feel that's awkward in like the playstyle I want with this deck, or I have now. But I mean, there might be other engines, so I might have missed something. Feel free, you know, to let me know. But I eventually, with the K9 package, I dropped the new Odd Eyes monster. It wasn't needed. I don't see any use for it. Anyway, so get out Caesar. Already pumped. Yeah, okay, we have the Odd Eyes. I was about to say Nip, but we have Odd Eyes. But I mean, they probably would have used Nip before. Anyway, so this is okay. Like Caesar double summon negation. We have the Pendulum that negates the spell. The resolution of the spell, Masquerina into a potential Little Knight. This was during the battle phase, I think. Plus we have the Odd Eyes Vortex to negate, and we can negate the summon. So this should be more than enough until unless the last card. I mean, okay, we still have Masquerina for Little Knight if everything goes wrong, using the Caesar and Masquerina. Yeah, just speeding it up a little bit. So beyond. Oh, okay, I was running the wall of Kirin. Like Kirin is currently at 3, but it's just not optimal. Like back in the day, running Bombuku and so on. It feels far too slow. Like Kirin is cool, but on its own, and it does nothing. And I need my stuff to, you know, build up my weaker board compared to back in the day. I was also investing 2 extra deck spots to the new Stardust, the Baron, but I mean, it's not really a Baron, right? Because it only negates as it, you know, has to respond to your opponent's negation or activation. So I dropped that one, at least those, the level 10 Stardust as well, Stardust Warrior, for more space. But it's an option, I guess. I was also running, not going to spoil it, you'll see in a few moments. So let's see, Supreme King, put up the Pendulum Scale, get out Soul. Oh, okay, yeah, the thing is, Sorcerer also has a way to special summon itself, the new one, right, by discarding, for example, a Performapal, or a Pendulum Magician from hand. So essentially, it's a -1. And I don't like that. I don't like... Well, it's cool that you can summon it, but okay, with stuff like Monkey Board, you know, Performapal Monkey Board, you can search something, discard, but it just doesn't feel optimal. And again, I'm looking at K9. K9 can get it out for free. It's basically a K9 monster in disguise. I was also running this one, but it comes with the cost of forcing yourself with 2 more fusions in the extra deck. You're in the Dark Magician fusion and the Dragoon. but it's another Omni negation, and you're running the brick in the main deck. The spell, the Dark Magician spell. So I don't think it's needed. Again, looking at at least the current build that I showed in the first 2 duels. So Beyond the Pendulum gives us an extra level 4 on field. We put up Oath, get something back, just in case for next turn, and our Sorcerer indeed is live. So this end board, we're ending on Caesar, not Masquerina, probably, or maybe aren't we? Are we able to still use Exceed the Pendulum? We might be able, and we might be just go for Little Knight, I guess. If we are still able to use Beyond's Exceed. Beyond's effect. No, we aren't. Okay, that's fine. So Caesar, Vortex, plus Spell Indication, plus the Trap. So that's a lot of interruptions. Yeah. So it's Draco Tail, like Caesar cleans that matchup essentially. Again, preventing and destroying and recording for Dragoon just in case. Plus we still have the Trap, and I still think we still have Vortex. I think so. So anyway, like this new support, even though it's only 1 card, it's fantastic. It does so much for the deck. And imagine this deck, like this engine, this deck getting back Electromite. Damn, bro, this like multiple searches, multiple pops plus draws with Electromite and this new one, like really solid. I want to try it out, but you know, Electromite not being legal hurts. But again, feel free to leave suggestions. Okay. Thanks for watching, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead signing out. Peace.